What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. This is season 3, episode 7, and the title of this episode is Under Pressure. Again, this is part 2 of season 3, episode 7. Starting off with Avery and Omar. So Avery says that Omar's intentions aren't to come to America. Avery is crying, telling her mom that just because he's from Syria, it doesn't mean that he's using her. She feels that she needs to stick up for him to prove everyone wrong. Avery's mom says it's her job to keep her daughter safe. Avery tells the camera crew either she's very naive or she's right. So we'll just have to see. Let's move on to Darcy and Tom. So Tom isn't sure that he still wants to meet Stacy and her boyfriend. So Stacy and her boyfriend finally arrive at the restaurant. When they sit down, Tom has no problems expressing his irritation with them being late. Darcy and her sister even get into a small little tiff about Stacy having an outfit on that Darcy didn't get to wear yet. They shift the conversation and Darcy is once again highlighting her relationship with Tom as though it's more than what it is. And this makes Tom very uncomfortable to the point where he says to Stacy's boyfriend, who he's only known for 2.5 seconds, "Do you have a cigarette?" And so him and Stacy's boyfriend proceed to go outside to smoke. Let's move on to Rebecca and Zied. So Zied's sister tells Rebecca the idea of Zied leaving isn't setting well with her. She tells Rebecca why can't she be the one to sacrifice? She says she's not convinced and she's worried seeing as Rebecca has been married 3 times before. Rebecca is very uncomfortable at the dinner table. She's uncomfortable. She told Zied not to leave her alone with his sister, and he did, to go set the table. And she's standing in the kitchen. She's trying to make conversation with Zied's sister, but the sister's just like, that type of thing to her. The sister is very dry. She's not open and willing to get to know Rebecca, and Rebecca's very uncomfortable. So that whole scene was crazy. Let's move on to Timothy and Jeniffer. So Timothy is hoping to leave engaged and only has a few weeks left in this trip to make it happen. While out enjoying their day, Timothy starts talking about what it would be like if they had a baby together. Jeniffer tells the camera crew it's very odd seeing as Timothy hasn't even tried to kiss her yet. Tim says that he feels now that they're back on the right track, he better hurry and try to kiss her before she's no longer interested in him. Let's move on to Benjamin and Akinyi. So in this scene, Benjamin is singing from his hymn book because he's feeling all alone and missing his son. While looking at some photos of his son, Akinyi texts him and tells him to come out because she doesn't want to see her brother. Akinyi reveals her brother said in Swahili at the dinner that she was a disappointment to their family for bringing Benjamin there. Let's move on to Angela and Michael. Angela says that Michael hurt her by lying about not being on that boat before. Angela says that she is stepping out while Michael, he ended up staying the night in his car. And Angela, out of all the places, decides to go and get her hair braided. When Michael tries to stop her, she tells him to go get the car. And it was hilarious because he's trying to stop her and talk to her and just, get a breakthrough. He's trying to get a breakthrough with her. And she's like, okay, go get the car. And when he goes to get the car, she ditches him. That was hilarious to me. When Michael finds her, he decides to apologize with a cake because that is something he did on the last trip. He presented her with that cake and she forgave him. Now, the owner of this braid shop tells him to step outside because Angela was getting all riled up inside of this shop. When Angela's hair is done, she uses that old crusty looking scrunchie to put the rest of her fried and dyed hair into a ponytail. When she gets outside, Michael presents her with another cake, okay? Hoping that this cake is going to smooth things over. This clown, and the clown I'm talking about is Angela, she takes that cake and smashes it in Michael's face. It's disrespectful. If you're mad at somebody because you feel they lied to you, go about your business. But all of the things that she does and the things that she says to him, It's wrong. It's wrong. But it's like, how can you really feel bad for Michael when he's sitting there allowing this mess to go on? He's telling her how she's treating him is okay. He really doesn't have a voice over her. She overpowers him. When he does try to talk to her and maybe use some strong voice, she's talking over him, telling him get out her face or she's gonna hit him. I mean, it's just too much. Why would you even want to be in a relationship like that? And I understand, like I said, he's probably doing all of this to go to America, but it ain't even worth it. It's not even worth it, especially not with her. Let's move on to Darcy and Tom. So Darcy wants to be just like her sister. It's obvious. Tom is fully aware that Darcy is using their relationship as a marker to one up and keep up with her sister's relationship. Stacy says that she can sense her sister wants something more and is potentially scaring off Tom. Darcy is definitely jealous of Stacy and getting all emotional for no reason at all, okay? I think that she's embarrassed of her actions because as they're hanging out, you know, she's trying to do what her sister is doing, and her sister's like, why can't you just be happy for me, Darcy? I got the feeling that you're not really happy. And she's like, almost kind of like, what if I'm not? You know, I just want to be happy too. And that type of stuff, like I couldn't be around a person like that. I don't care family or not. If you can't be genuinely happy for me and let me have my moment, then I don't want to fool with somebody like that. Like I said, I don't care if you're blood or not. Your path is not going to be like everybody else's path. Your journey is not going to be like everybody's journey. So, you know, don't look at somebody else and what they have and be jealous and envious of that. If it's meant for you, your time will come. She's going about this thing the wrong way. And because of that, she's always going to end up having nothing because she's not learning her lesson from her past relationships. She's continuing to do the same thing, carry on the same baggage and mess into her next relationship. And he probably is. At first, it was like, okay, cool. Maybe his hero instincts was kicking in, you know, to be that for her. But now it's kind of like, it's a difference when you're dealing with somebody over the phone and then when you're dealing with them in person. And Darcy, she's crying. She's putting on that ugly Kim Kardashian looking cry. And, you know, it's just too much because this here is not healthy and it's not a good look. Let's move on to Rebecca and Zied. So Rebecca's having doubts on the strength of their relationship. During their time out, Rebecca tells him that she had a relationship with a woman. Now, all of this time, the secret she's been keeping from him has been about her still being married. But she decides to tell this secret first, that she was in a relationship with a woman. She tells him that it was just something she did a long time ago and she just tried it out. Zied tells her that it's not normal and his parents really wouldn't accept her after knowing that. So he forbids her to not tell his parents. Rebecca gets all upset and in her feelings, talking about, oh, so I have to deny who I am. So I don't know what's going on with her, but he's saying that he's okay with it. You can tell that a lot changed after she revealed that. So if a lot changed when she revealed that, what do you think he is going to, or how do you think he is going to feel when he finds out that she's still married? That should have been the first thing she told him, but she decided to tell him something that we didn't even know, that she hadn't even been mentioning since the beginning of the season. So this is crazy. I need to hear your thoughts on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. This is season 3, episode 7, part 2. And the title of this episode is Under Pressure. Leave your comments down below. Let's get this conversation started on 90 Day Fiance. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.